Okay, hi guys, good morning. I would like to start off with a title. I was not born for the stage. Okay, so I was not born for the stage because, so that's going to be the whole task here. So, hi, so this is Praveen. I'm from Chennai. I'm 26-year old, and my background is BCom. Okay, so I'm from a small village. I was born in Vilatikulam. It's in Thoothukudi district. Okay, from then we shifted here in Chennai, and my mom and dad, mom's a homemaker and dad's into business right after he started moving here. And about my schooling, I studied in a CBSE school. Yes, I don't want to mention the school name because it's going to be all the more controversial here. I call it a zero, okay, because I was not taught by the teacher. I'm not going to blame the teachers because I have two teachers in the room. I don't want to be beaten up later. I'd call my school life a zero because I was a zero in school. Because I did not know the purpose of studying or the notion of the whole sequence behind. I was not taught that this is what you're supposed to do for your life to be better. Okay, so it was all the more difficult for me to understand. So I was all the more playful. I believe that I have ADHD and I still survive with that. And my school life also went like that because I was not able to participate in anything because teachers only focused on the people or students who were good at it already. Whoever was good, they kept growing, and whoever was bad or an average, they stayed average, and they just made us pass and get through the studies, and we just got over it. 12th standard is when I studied a little because I had little maturity in 12th. So I had little maturity to study, and I did commerce, obviously. And I cleared my 12th with 82% on my own, I can say. I'm not going to blame all the teachers, but whoever was along with me, I don't remember anyone because I don't have any personal connect. Okay. So then later I stepped into college, and college was all the more bad because my school life weren't so great. I was not able to participate in any culturals because students were already good. My friends were already good, and they didn't actually take me along with them because I was not up to their mark. Okay, they know that if they're gonna take me there, I'm not gonna bag any price. Okay, so it's obvious that they're not gonna take me there. I'm I'm sure like most of the people can connect with me here. You all would have been there. I was into athletics when I was in 7th or 8th. I was into tennis. I used to play tennis. I didn't know the reason, but then I wanted to learn because I felt like that makes me a little happy. Schooling wasn't happy for me, but all these sports and everything made me happy. In college, I was not allowed to participate in any sports event. I was actually backed out, and I was kicked out from the sports event because they didn't actually want me to participate because they didn't know the caliber of mine. So I illegally stepped in. I gave my name, and I ran in 400 meters in college without anyone's permission. And then after I won first in 400 meters in first year, they came to know about me. That is when they saw me. That is when they were able to see me. And the second year and third year, second year I participated in 800 and 1500. They convinced me to participate because they saw me earlier, and I was able to win in the second and third year. And in the last year, I became the sports captain in my college itself. So that is when I started realizing my capacity. And in the first year, we had this culturals, first culturals, where we had to do an act on the stage. I was not allowed in the college. So that is when I stepped out. I wanted to learn a little more outside. I didn't want to, like go along with any of them. I wanted to step out, and that is when I came to know about Mr. X. I'll talk about him personally because he's very close to me. And that is when I went for practice in the evenings, like from Triplicane to Alandur. I go on my Avenger bike. Uh, half the things he has told me already. So I go on Avenger bike. It's almost like 20 kilometers from my place to his. I did not, hold back. I went for whatever I got. I did not miss any chance. I stepped in, I practiced, I went for all the workshops, all the practice sessions. I still remember, I mean, John and his wife's snacks and all those things on the set. Okay, so every day is set. So it's very personal. Okay, and I explored a little more, and we did plays, we did mime and all those things, and later I was able to train people in my college itself. After second and third year, I was able to train people in my second and third year. We went for a clean mime and clowning on stage, and we were able to actually win prizes. That will be the turnover for me till my college. And I was interested in acting. I wanted to pursue a little more. I wanted to explore a little more. I stepped out. I went for auditions, live auditions outside, and that was a real big task because there'll be hundreds of people coming in and going out. They'll walk in, they'll give auditions. Half the times, the ADs, assistant directors, they'll be like uh, sitting down. They'll just write the name. They won't even look at you. They'll be like, okay, shoot, out. That was it. That was all it was about. And I stepped into like I wanted to develop my skill set and build my portfolio. So for acting, I wanted to build a portfolio. I started doing shoots. So modeling shoots I went into, and with respect to that, I started believing that I was natural with modeling than acting. So I was pretty good with what I was doing on the stage, or to be honest, I was not blessed with like real great features like looking fair or like built or whatever it is. I wanted to break all those things because I was called as a cancer patient in ninth standard when I started going to the gym for the first time. So I used to look so lean. Even when I started doing theater with them, I was real slim. Even if the wind blows, it will just carry me away, kind of. Okay, for real, I'm not even kidding. Okay, so it still hurts a little. Okay, so more like that, and slowly I wanted to explore a little more. I stepped into uh, workouts. I started learning about that. Like I started seeing changes, slow changes. When it comes to modeling also, I've had many rejections, and I wanted to find an alternative. So that is when I started focusing more on the skill set. Okay, skill set has actually changed my life. So it's not only about you work out and then you become fit and then like you just move ahead. It wasn't like that for me personally. So I started building my skill set along with the theatrical skills. So I started going for gymnastics. So that was the first ever class which actually took me forward. So I started learning gymnastics, and slowly I stepped into calisthenics. So calisthenics is basically handstand and like static holds, muscle up. We'll do a rotation on the bar and all those things. Okay, it'll be a movement based things. So I started building those two for me to move forward. I started clubbing all those things, and there was a day where I had to participate in Mr. Tamil Nadu. I stepped into these many places. I've learned this much. I wanted to club everything, and I had a talent sequence. So what I did was I clubbed calisthenics and gymnastics, and in between, while I was doing whistling in the starting, I started learning beatboxing also. So I can do like beat drum beats and all those things using my mouth. So all these things I clubbed together, and then I performed on the stage, and I was bagged with the title called Mr. Tamil Nadu in 2024. So that was the biggest day of my life because in school I was not able to frame a single sentence in English. I swear, I swear, I can't frame a single sentence in English. Okay, my legs used to like shiver. Now also it's shivering, but then like I'm wearing a little loose pants, so now it's kind of chill. It used to shiver. I was not able to talk. I was not able to stand on the stage. But when I won Mr. Grand Tamil Nadu, I realized how far I've come. So, with respect to the gym, where they called me a cancer patient, and later my profession became as a fitness trainer. I did a course, I did gymnastics, I did calisthenics, I joined an institute. It's called F45. I started seeking. I started learning. I did a certification there. We did roles. I had a Wild Warrior. Wild Warrior is basically obstacle course race. You'll have like 15 obstacle course. I came as a fifth in the nationals, and I didn't stop. I did not stop there. Wherever I joined as a trainer, I started learning kickboxing. I did not stop there. I wanted to participate in states. I went for states. I did Muay Thai in states. I got gold, and later I went for nationals in kickboxing. I came as third. I won bronze in nationals in 2023. So with all these things, I did not still find where I want to step, where I want to move forward. So I wanted to build my career in modeling itself, and I started preparing for Mr. India. So Mr. India 2024, this year, last year June it happened. I wanted to prepare and I wanted to step and game up my level. Preparation was going on. I had tasks, online rounds and offline rounds. Had to like build my skill set more. So I wanted to join a dance class. So I did dance. I started doing dance and I prepared a sequence with gymnastics, calisthenics, dance, beatboxing, all together a club. I'm standing on Mr. India stage in my underwear. Okay, so to talk about my insecurity, I was called as a cancer patient. When I'm standing on the stage in front of all those judges who has already won, all these insecurities are kicking in me. Like I was called like this, I was called like this, and then all these skill set that I've acquired slowly started, like getting into my mind. I started feeling confident. I was able to actually perform. We had like 7 rounds straight, so 3 rounds in underwear and 2 rounds with tank. Um, it still dooms me in. But I was able to take over all these things only because of my skill set. Okay, so I wanted to stand apart from those crowd. I was able to clear 5 rounds. In the last round, I was not able to because of politics or I know even financially. So till sixth round, I went. I came as top 15 in Mr. India 2024. And yes, I'm still learning. It's still happening. I'm preparing for Mr. India 2025 in July. So leveling up my game more, and it's been going real great. And also, I want to end by saying I remember Albert Einstein's quote: "If you're gonna judge a fish that is gonna climb a tree, it's actually not gonna climb a tree. It's gonna believe that it can climb a tree, and it's gonna die stupid." So like you don't have to do everything, but whatever you get, whatever you strive for. And I'm gonna end with that. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for having me here.